Hello, it's Wednesday today and I think I'm on day 8 or 9 of my incarceration period. I think it's day 9. I should theoretically be allowed out the day after tomorrow. Obviously still waiting on that test result because I only sent it off yesterday. Isabel is in bed still. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, by the way. She's improving every day, but she's suffering with fatigue and like sudden bouts of fatigue, and she says she feels like she's got a swollen up lump at the back of her throat. You know what it's like when you get a cold or something, you can feel like you've got a swollen up lump, and she said it hurts to swallow. So she has requested something that will be easy to swallow for lunch, so I'm going to make her some soup now. The pharmacist came and knocked on the door earlier and dropped off all Izzy's injection pens and my antibiotics. So I'm back on those as of today to finish off my 7-day course because I only took 5 days out of the 7. So I hope I just can take another 2 days worth and it'll be okay. Oh, it was a bit awkward, wasn't it? But there we are. It's the way it is. Puzzle update. Ta-da! I did all the brickwork last night. Well, you know, the chimneys and things. I love this puzzle. It's really cute. Oh, and I weighed myself today. Not sure if that was a good idea. I've put on half a stone since the start of lockdown, so there we are. Oh, well. Better start chipping away at that again once I'm over this fatigue lark. Oh, mind you, come to think of it, I tell you what might not be helping is the fact that I've been home for 9 days and not had a walk in all that time, because that does make a quick difference. I notice if I have a really big walking day, I always feel a bit slimmer the next day, for sure. I don't know how much of that's water loss, but I've noticed it. I'm cooking this soup up. It's potato, cauliflower, tiny bit of broccoli, but mostly broccoli stalk because I'm saving the broccoli for another meal. There's a little bit of leftover pepper that was half eaten. Cumin seeds, coriander seeds, lots of Marmite, a stock cube and a bit of extra salt because, you know. And at the end, once it's all whizzed up into a liquid, I'm going to add a tin of lentils and just heat them through. So it's going to be kind of a lentil-y soup. Izzy's been complaining for a few days of having a sore mouth. I'm presuming it's mouth ulcers or something like that. I say, can you open your mouth so I can have a look? And she goes like that. And then I say, well, can you open it wider? And she says, no, because it hurts. Because she's also getting cracks now on the corners of her mouth. I don't know if that's because she hasn't had her eczema injection last week, because it's immunosuppressing, so I thought with her having symptoms as well it was best to leave it, and the GP agreed. But she's still got the symptoms and she's due her other weekly one tonight. But I think I'm just going to have to keep holding off until she's better. But the rest of her eczema's okay, but it tends to be related. It's one of the things that goes with Izzy, the corner of the mouth. Anyway, where I was going with that is Izzy does not want solid food, so I think we might be having a few soups and stews coming up. I'm just going to wash up those few bits while that's cooking. It's not a lot today, as you can see, I'm relatively on top of it. Sometime later the washing up is done and that's all nice and soft and ready for whizzing. But never fear, I shall fade the audio in gradually so as not to give the thrifty grandma in Canada the fright of her life when it starts, because she sometimes listens to the vlogs on headphones, and when I hoovered out of the blue the other day, apparently she jumped right out of her skin. So remember the audio transition. That's now looking like that. Oh, nice thick soup. Debating whether to leave the lentils out actually. I'm going to have a taste. Ow. Oh, that's so good. You can really taste the cumin because I put in whole cumin seeds and whole coriander seeds, well, chopped in half with my grinder, in with a bit of oil at first, and I fried the potatoes in the oil before adding the water and all the rest of the vegetables. And the cumin seeds have just whizzed up now with the hand blender and it's released most delicious flavour. That's perfect. I don't want to adulterate it with anything else. It's a bit low on protein and Izzy doesn't like cheese with things, that's the only thing. I could put some chia seeds in it. Most people I know put this stuff in sweet stuff, but I've put it in savoury stuff and it's lovely. It's a very good source of fibre and protein and omega-3. Izzy's ever so tolerant of my eccentric cooking. I put it in front of her and she normally eats it, though there are certain things I know she won't touch with a barge pole, and I've learned not to put those in. But I can experiment with pulses as much as I like and she's fine with that. It's strong flavours she doesn't like, chilli and that sort of thing. In they go. Look rather pretty swirling round, actually. Oh, I know, I can put cream in it because I've got cream. I'll do that in the bowl though. I don't want it in the pan because it'll, you know, go off quicker. Oh, there's a lump. She'll be moaning. She wants a small portion. Well, I feel half inclined not to give her a minuscule portion because I know what'll happen. She'll eat the minuscule portion and then go looking for chocolate. There, it's quite a lot, but she's not eating much, to be honest. There we are, that looks lovely apart from the dollops up the side of the bowl, but there's soon going to be more dollops, so no point in cleaning those off. I'll take that up to her. I'm going to have a couple of crumpets with mine. Well, the soup was delicious, but I am absolutely floored and I've got to go to bed again. What happened this morning was I got up at about 9, I woke up naturally because I didn't set an alarm, and then I got up and I thought, oh my God, I gotta go back to bed, I'm exhausted. Tried to drink a cup of tea, couldn't finish it, went back to bed. Got up at 10 and yeah, now I'm absolutely knackered again. I got halfway through the soup and I was struggling to spoon it in. Izzy is struggling with the soup because she said it's like a cold burn all down the back of her throat, so I might have to call the GP. To be honest, if that goes on much longer. I know they're a bit taxed at the moment, but oh, I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk to you after I've had a sleep. I don't believe this. It's 5 to 7 in the evening. I slept for 3 hours. 3 hours. I've missed nearly all the day. It's dark outside. Izzy's sitting here. She doesn't want to be on camera, but she's up. She's been eating custard.
It's the only thing that doesn't have the acid taste.
And yeah, she's, how are you feeling?
Okay. Still not good, but getting better.
Improving, yeah. Well, I don't know what to do with myself now. I've missed the day. It's annoying. I'm not with it. I'm all out of sorts. I'm not ill, I'm just wibbly wobbly. So I'm going to have a cup of tea because that might be very restorative. Oh. You want more custard? I'm gonna have these. Maybe this will revive me, you never know. Tea and Quality Street.
I found that chocolate is painful.
I'm sitting here reading all the headlines. Aren't I, Izzy? They've missed while I've been sleeping. Actually, I hadn't looked at any of them today. About the infection rates soaring and all that. There was a dip in numbers apparently, but I thought this might happen because there might be other people like me that just couldn't get a test over the holidays, and so they're not actually included in the figures. I don't know really how they report them, to be honest, but that's one thing. Oh, I'm tired. I'm so tired. This is making my arm ache. Oh, no, a vlogger that's arm goes all achy when they hold a camera. That's no good. We've got real problems here in Wales at the moment because so many of the NHS staff are having to self-isolate, or they're off sick themselves with the virus, I suppose. And so they're really struggling for staff, and it's not helping. Oh, she's off. I haven't looked at the BBC one yet, which is nationwide. I've only been looking at the Wales nationwide one rather than the UK. I'm going to have a look now. Something to do with loads of people going into tier 4, I think. Something like 3/4 of the country in tier 4, and we're in level 4 in Wales. Here, we're not allowed to meet up with anybody at all outside. Can't have anybody in home, well, unless it was an emergency plumber or something. I expect that's allowed, I imagine. But like, you can't have a social visit at all. Can't go out and meet anybody. Pubs, restaurants, cafes, gyms, leisure centres, all closed. I don't think we can buy non-essential things in shops. Obviously, I've been stuck at home for 8 or 9 days now, so I wouldn't really know, but I'm pretty sure you can't get them. So I'm going to see what's happening over there in England. I'm still on the Wales one. People are driving to exercise and they're not strictly allowed. I do think you're supposed to leave from home on foot and walk back home again, unless you've got a disability that stops you being able to do that. You might need, you know, a nice flat ground or something. You might live on a rugged hill. That's an exception. Pembrey County Park also issued a polite reminder that according to Welsh Government rules, your exercise should start and finish from your home. and generally this should not involve people driving to a location away from your home. I've had loads of crowds at this Barry Island, Porthcawl. Ooh, they've been up in Penavan, they have. There was snow, there was, you see, in higher ground, and people flocked to the Brecon Beacons. I think they wanted a bit of snow. So that's what they were doing. Yeah, there we are. 20 million in England added to the toughest tier of restrictions. It sounds like the same as our level 4, them, tier 4. But they're allowed to meet up with one other person outside, I think, whereas we're actually not. I'm finally on my feet again. I'm going to go and see if Izzy wants any dinner. I suspect not, because she was eating cold custard out of a bowl when I came down. But I'm going to go and see. And if she's not hungry yet, I'm going to edit what I've got so far, because it's one of those vlogs I'm just like, have I even filmed anything properly today? So I need to sit down and go through it all and decide where to proceed from there. I've been upstairs and I've come back. The answer was no, she's not hungry. She doesn't want dinner, although, I don't know, she might want dinner later, but it's 20 to 8 already. Oh my goodness, I've lost the day. I've got little jobs on a list that I keep not doing every day, and I still haven't done the final research to get a new camera either. That's been on my list every day this week, and it's just not happened because I keep sleeping all day. Okay, right, well, I'm going to go and edit and I'll speak to you later. I just want to say, by the way, before I do disappear upstairs, how much I'm enjoying having those really bright lights. And I know they're meant for filming, and they're not at all meant for domestic, just lighting up your house use. Oh, and they don't get hot, by the way, they're LED. It's such a mood lifter. Honestly, especially now, not even going outside for a week, just having that extra light going in through the retinas, it's just such a booster for mood. It's instant. Oh, I love it. I feel like I want to keep them on all the time, but I'm not sure if they might die sooner. I don't know how long they will survive for if I do that. It's 10:30 at night now. I've finished editing everything up to this point. I sneaked down, and Izzy did not want the soup because apparently eating my soup feels like vomiting acid. Thanks for that, Izzy. Yeah, so I had the soup, and Isabel had a tin of spaghetti stuff, which apparently wasn't acidic. No, she said it still hurt, but it wasn't quite as bad, apparently, as my cauliflower soup. So anyway, we've both eaten, and I've finished editing, and I didn't have to spend any time cooking, which was a bonus. And I am still knackered. This is ridiculous now. This is ridiculous. It's been going on for over a week. It's early enough yet that I'm probably going to do a bit of my Christmas puzzle. There it is waiting for me. But if you've enjoyed today's video, do give it a like. It really helps the channel to grow, and I really appreciate it. If you're new here, do hit that subscribe button to follow more of our adventures. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!